Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today we are in the parlor or the front room, some people call it, just so I can share with you my August setup in my bullet journal. So you can see I have some of my supplies here. Because we're finishing up the summer, my schedule is busy. We're keeping it simple, so I just used a few of the red markers and pens that I had on hand. So I have a Sharpie pen, a Pilot friction erasable pen, the twin tone Tombow that came in the boho berry box this month, and of course a ruler. And then this is a Tombow dual brush pen. I think it's 947, but I'm going to look it up and double check that, and I'll have it in the description below along with everything else. And as you can see, I also used a couple of the stickers, including this page that came in the August boho berry box. So let me set these aside and we will get started, and I'll share with you what I've used so far. So as you can see, I'm working in my Minimalism Art journal. As you know, if you've been following along, I'm trying a couple of different notebooks other than the Leuchtturm, which I've used and like. And this one has some upsides, which is the paper's a little bit thicker and brighter, and I like that. The dots actually go across the page more, so you have more dots to work with. A couple of the downsides, no pen loop, which isn't a huge deal, but as you can see, it's much thicker. And in my last video, I really compared that. And it's heavier. So I have noticed just in carrying it around, because I do carry mine with me, this one is becoming pretty cumbersome, and it's also not holding up as well. There's actually a section in the back. The glue here has given way, so sometimes when I pull it out and start using it for a while, then this will separate and kind of get all wonky as it sticks back together. So maybe that's because I'm carrying it with me, but I know my Leuchtturms and some of the other notebooks I've used haven't done that. Maybe I just got a defective one, I'm not sure. But it's a nice notebook. It's definitely great if you're not planning on carrying it with you as much and you just want to leave it at home. So anyway, let's jump right in. So you can see I have my tabs here. Like you can see, because they stick out a lot, they're starting to curl a little bit, but overall I'm still happy with them. The letters have not rubbed off on any of the tabs, so that's working well. Because they're flexible, they're pretty easy to work with. And I do like having everything already printed, so it was just a matter of attaching those. So let's go into August. So I started out with my monthly setup here, and as you know, in last month's video I decided just to go back to the full big calendar spread. This month I went even larger, went to the edges of the pages, because I realized if you do 7 dots with this journal anyway, if you do 7 squares in the center column, then you can do 8 squares and get to the edge of the page. And because this center one has a little extra space between the 2 dots, it seems to work out. Maybe this will be harder to write on, like at the edges, I'm not sure, but I do like having a little more space to work with as far as writing tasks and appointments and events in. I did add my zones because I do follow the Fly Lady system for just keeping up with the house and things. So I have the 5 zones that I work with in general house cleaning tasks and kind of upkeep of the house. And I also added these smaller numbers, which are my personal numbers. So I follow the, let's see, where did I set my book? I follow the Louise Hay colors and numbers system, which is like a numerology system. So for me, the month of August is a personal month 1, and then these transpose out to be my personal numbers for each day. So I just like having that as a reference there. And then I did use some of those boho berry stickers to kind of decorate and get my page looking a little more artistic, but other than that, it's pretty simple. And I am pretty proud of my brush lettering. I'm still not good at it, and I had to sort of do a combination of different techniques to get that even looking that way, but it's fine. I'm happy with how it turned out. So then we go into my personal month information. So like I mentioned, this is all from that Louise Hay book, Colors and Numbers, and I'll link it below. And this for me is what a personal month 1 is about. So I do like having that information there. I don't read it a lot, but periodically I'll flip back and take a look at it. And this has become my new goals and just sort of memory keeping page. So I have my goals on the right, And then everything on the left and carried over to the bottom here are just little notes I can write as the month goes along to sort of recap how everything is going. Then I have my August gratitude page, and again, some boho berry stickers in there. I liked how this has worked out. I did the same similar setup this month for July, and it's working out well, just having one line to do it. Obviously up here it'll have to be even a shorter little phrase there, but that's okay. Taking to the Skies is the cute little title at the top of the boho berry sticker here for my tracker. And I did add her "We rise by lifting others," which I thought was a really nice sentiment. I added that little sticker there in the corner. So this page, this tracker, I typically just use for my miracle morning tasks. What I've realized in doing lots of bullet journaling over the last year and a half or so, 2 years, I guess, is I like keeping this page more for my personal development and positive things versus just like cleaning tasks or, taking the trash out once a week, that kind of thing, because I just like that. I like having this as something that's really focused on my personal development and making myself and life a little better. And then what I do is my weekly cleaning tasks and chores and just stuff I need to keep up with is on this flip out. So you can see that. And I have my daily items on the left and my weekly items on the right, and I go through each week when I set up my weekly page and just add those in. And I like doing it week by week because sometimes things change and I take out some of the list or add in something different that's not on the list. So it's nice to have that flexibility of doing it that way. You could certainly do it as just like a whole month tracker for all of those things, but like I mentioned, I like keeping it flexible. So then I also used the boho berry mood tracker sticker. I've done mood trackers in the past, and I think I did one of hers sticker mood trackers a couple months ago, and it was fun. It's just something fun, kind of different and fun to do. I haven't decided yet what this page will be for. It might just be a notes page or brain dump, or I don't know, something if I want to do like long form journaling along with one of my mood tracking days, I could do that. And I also haven't figured out my colors, but I'll go through and do that. And then we get into my first weekly spread. And as you can see, so far I'm just keeping the same layout. I did simplify it as far as setup and making it even faster and easier this time around. So I just used the washi tape from the boho berry box and basically one or two different of the red pens and markers and got it all set up. So here's where I'll list out those daily tasks, and then here's where I list the weekly tasks. And the daily ones I check, each day that I do it or don't. And then the weekly ones just have a bullet and I cross off when I do those. And that's it. Other months in the past, I've been doing like the whole month setup at a time. And just because it's summer, I'm running out of time. I'm wanting to enjoy the last couple of weeks with my daughter before she goes back to school. And I have a lot of other things going on. I just had to keep it simple this time around. And I think I'm kind of ready for a change. I'm getting a little bored and not looking forward to doing all the things in my journal all the time. So to me, that's a sign that I need to change it up. So I'm going to go back to the very traditional way of just, having a daily that starts at the top of the page, and when it's done, then you add the next day, and we'll go from there and see how I like it. I may end up still doing some further layout, but what I was noticing is this weekly page, I wasn't flipping back to it as much, and I think it's because I was adding so much to the daily pages. So I don't know, we'll try it out and see. But that is where I'm at for my August bullet journal setup. As you know, I'm a part-time working mom, stay-at-home mom, and we have a family business from our home. So I just have a lot that I'm keeping up with. I volunteer, and I needed something quick and easy this month. So hopefully that gives you some ideas and inspiration. And again, just a reminder, you can make the bullet journal work for however you want to do it, which is what I love about it. It's always flexible and open-ended, and you can make it whatever you need. So thanks for joining me. I hope you all have a great August. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see any of my new videos as they come out. I usually do videos on organizing, keeping up with the house, the Fly Lady system, some of my Jordan Essentials products, and lots of other just fun things about my life. So have a great day, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.